got some rather unfortunate news for MLB free agent Yasiel Puig. He was accused of sexual assault by a woman by the name of Jane Roe. I don't know who she is. I really don't, to be honest. She claims that Yasiel Puig followed her into the bathroom at the Staples Center back in a game at a Lakers game in October 2018. If that name means anything to you, it's the home of the Lakers, the Clippers, and the Los Angeles Kings of the NHL. So not surprised at the time. Yasiel Puig was still playing for the Dodgers. She said, and I quote that Puig followed her into the bathroom and pinned her with one arm to prevent her from leaving, and groped her and masturbated in front of her. Yeah, that's just I don't know, but Jane Roe did not file any police report, and Yasiel Puig, as a result, was not charged with a crime. Understandably so, there was no police report filed, and he denies the allegations. And as a result, he asked the judge to dismiss the lawsuit. And this was written by John Barr of ESPN. So, Mario, let me start off with this, okay? Because this is just an allegation. We don't know. We don't know if this actually happened or not. That's the thing with these allegations; they're very, very tricky. And what I find weird about it is, obviously, of course, it is considered sexual assault, and it is very those type of things are very what's it called,
Right.
traumatizing. But
Yeah, that too.
but
There is some traumatizing.
like I look at it and the way she described, I'm obviously pinning her with one on that is pretty, that is pretty bad. But I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. I don't know what to think of it. I mean, obviously, we look at it on both sides. Say if it didn't happen, you say if it didn't happen, shame on her. You're trying to ruin the reputation of a man who's trying to make it out there in the world, who already has, but he still has a lot to prove. But if it did happen, shame on Yasiel Puig. You know what I mean? And obviously, I would safely assume that these allegations are preventing him from being with a team right now. Because remember, Yasiel Puig, like I said in the beginning, he is a free agent. No one signed him yet. So, you know, that's obvious. That's pretty obvious. I feel like this is keeping him from having a job. But honestly, I can't really. I mean, it's disturbing, definitely. That's definitely without a doubt. But I can't really say a lot because again, it's an allegation. I can't tell you whether or not this happened or not. But there's still a lot to figure out here. And the MLB, um, MLB investigators actually interviewed this woman. That's how they found out about this. So I'm safely assuming that they're probably gonna open up an investigation, which I think they should. Um, but with that being said, I if this did happen, I do apologize to Jane Roe. Um, but if this didn't, then I do apologize for Yasiel Puig for this stuff having to be accused of something he didn't do. And I'm just gonna leave it at that because again, there's not much for me to say. This, I can't tell you who did what or what actually happened. I wasn't there, so I'll just pass it on to you now, Mario.
Yeah, well, first thing before I start anything, I just want to say Jane Roe. She's identified as Jane Roe, so identified as, which means it's not her actual that's just what she's identified as. So it's
Right,
not.
right.
But I just want to clarify that right now. Yeah, we're gonna go by both sides. So suppose she made it up, all right? Shame on her, because like you said, you're damaging the reputation of a famous MLB player. If she didn't, and this actually happened, shame on him. But here's the thing: we talked about this when it came to Artemi Panarin, right?
Right.
You need evidence.
Yeah, right.
And look, I know stuff like that sometimes it's really hard to get evidence. I understand, but but that's exactly what you need. You can't prove anything without it. You know.
That's why I don't have a vague opinion on it.
Right, and I really don't know what to say about this neither. I really can't say, look, if it did happen to her, I apologize for what happened to you. Absolutely, that should not happen to any woman. And if it didn't happen, I apologize to Yasiel Puig for what he has to go through if it was a lie. But we don't know exactly whether it was a lie or the truth. It's him versus her, and we get these cases a lot, right? But if there's no, but you didn't file no police report, you didn't charge him or anything like that. So it's hard to even prove anything. Now, Correct me if I'm wrong. This happened in 2018. Is that what she said at a Lakers game?
Yeah,
20,
yeah, that was at the time you were still playing with the Dodgers.
yeah, 2018 at his Lakers game, right? And then obviously the questions of why wait this long to come out. Obviously, those are going to be questions that a lot of people are going to ask too. Here's the thing, though. Okay, we mention this a lot. Do make the right choices. Okay, make the right choices. It's as simple as that. We don't know what happened on that day. Okay, we weren't there. We didn't witness it, so we couldn't tell you. We don't know what happened on that day. But we tell everybody make the right choices because the wrong choices could definitely affect you in many, many ways. I'm not saying Yasiel Puig made the wrong choices. For all we know, he could have never met this woman in his life. For all we know, he could have. Again, we don't know exactly what happened. Obviously, if more news comes out about Yasiel Puig and this woman, we'll make a video on it and we'll let you guys know with an update. But as of now, there's really not an opinion we can give. You know, all I know is look. All I know is to everybody out there, we're gonna say it one more time: make the right choice because if not, you're gonna end up in these types of crazy stories. You know. So with that being said, I'm not going to wish nobody good luck, Nate. The only thing I'm going to wish for is that justice is served, you know, whether it's for Yasiel Puig if she was lying or whether it's for her, whether Yasiel Puig actually did these things. So with that being said, all I'm looking for is justice.